Hey guys, my name is Lilly and today I have another news update for you about news here in Austria and Germany. So first of all, I would like to show you this article here, which is saying CO2 tax is rising in 2025. So the costs for gas and diesel, but also heating oil, will explode. So apparently in Germany the CO2 tax is going to rise to 55 euros per ton. And I have to say it's quite peculiar that in a crisis politicians are raising taxes, especially they are raising taxes that you cannot escape. For example, everybody has to use their car to go to work, especially at the countryside. You cannot go with the bus. And this is why they are raising taxes on commodities where you cannot say no. So here in Austria they want to make a new coalition of the losers of the last election. So now the conservative, the left and the neoliberals, they are fighting about the budget. And of course the socialists want to have new taxes again. So they want to tax us even more. And here in Austria we have a tax rate of 43% on work. And then you still have to pay taxes for the gas for your car or diesel for your car. And you still have to pay taxes for food, 10% of VAT. Like for example, if you want to purchase this phone here, it will cost you an extra 20% of value added tax. And if you want to buy food in the store, then it's going to cost you an extra 10% of value added tax. Now, if you want to purchase a knife like this is, by the way, my self-designed tracker knife. You're also going to have to pay 20% value-added tax if you live in Austria. If you buy this knife from America, if I send it to America as an export, then there's no 20% value-added tax. So only the European Union countries have to pay this 20%, which is on this knife. And also, I only have 100 pieces left of this knife, and then this knife will not be available any longer. It was a special edition, it was very expensive to produce, and the prices of the factory in Taiwan has gone up through the roof. And because of this, I've decided not to make any new purchases of knives anymore. And the other models, the Apo 1S and Apo 1 Hunter, they are also long sold out. And I haven't made any orders for those knives as well because they've gotten too expensive. After all, this was a custom factory with a lot of hand work, sanding down the tang by hand and everything. So it was a very expensive knife to produce. And now there are only 100 pieces left of the tracker version. So if you want to get it now, because otherwise, there won't be any knives anymore. Then also in Austria, recently we had a lot of companies filing for bankruptcy. Last time I've told you that KTM has filed for bankruptcy, and now another company has filed for bankruptcy. This one was selling furniture, and it was quite a big company. They now have the problem that a lot of customers are really angry because, first of all, they've lost the down payment for a lot of furniture. And second of all, they have lost the vouchers which they have bought for, presents, Christmas presents for other people, for example. So all of this money is now lost. And because of this, people were angry and they were going to the store and attacking the workers. Then the company Kika and Leiner said they now have to employ security so that this doesn't happen anymore and so that the workers are protected. Then also here we have some news from Germany. So apparently Germany is having the lowest growth of all industry states in 2025. Then also the European Union wants to make war green or sustainable. So they want to grade it sustainable somehow. So here they are saying that we need 500 billion euros to fight against Russia in the next 10 years. And then some critics say that this is proof that the military-industrial complex has the European Union under a tight grip and under control. And this new Green Deal by Ms. von der Leyen is a deal for lobbyists, and it's the dirtiest business, the war that should be washed green over taxonomy. Nothing is as bad and harmful for the climate than war and destruction, but for the military-industrial complex, it's only important that the Panzer doesn't need so much gas or diesel, and that rockets become more climate efficient. So yeah, the politicians are really hypocrite, and this situation is completely ridiculous. Utter madness. This is what we are experiencing here. Then also here we have another article which is saying that since 5 years, for 5 years now, since 2020, the Austrians have become poorer and poorer. So this is how the chart is looking like. So we have, with a lot of sectors, we have a minus. So in general, the industry is making minus 3.7%. For example, economical services, minus 2.5%. Building industry, minus 1.7%. Dealerships, minus 1.5%, and so on. So it's not looking good at all. Also this year we are going to make a higher deficit again. So there are more debts and debts and debts, which is also breaking our neck in future. Then also here's something funny. So the Austrian Post has purchased electric cars, but now the cars are not that good anymore, and especially in wintertime, the post office workers who are driving around with these cars, they cannot use the heating anymore, because otherwise they will not get far with the car anymore. So the reach of the car has been greatly reduced, especially in wintertime, and now they cannot turn on the heating inside of the car because it's using too much battery, and then they could not fulfill the route that they have to go to make the deliveries. Yeah, I mean, it's Austria. We live in a cold country. Oh my god. Then also the company Swarovski seems to be in trouble, and they are throwing out a lot of people. Next, the Germans have lost the trust in the industry. 3 or 4 Germans estimating that the economic situation of the country is really bad. They have made a study about it, and they don't think that anything will change to the better very soon. Next, we have very bad prognosis for 2025. So for 2025, they say we will get an unbreaked increase of unemployment. Also, right now, Austria doesn't have any money anymore. So with the 7th of December, the government has spent all of the income from taxes, and from this date onwards, the 7th of December, we have to make debts. Here there's another article about the German industry and economy, and here they're saying that in a weekly written, some kind of big German enterprise is practicing mass layoffs. Next, in Germany they are thinking about making the diesel motor illegal, and that was planned for in a couple of years, but there are still 8 million diesel cars in Germany. So that's something that the European Union is trying for a long time. They want to ban, diesel cars and also gas cars, natural gas cars. They want to ban all of those. Now the next crisis that we have is our healthcare system. So in this article they are saying that for a surgery you have to wait at least a year now. And this guy here, he was in pain for a really long time. He had to wait 82 weeks to get a knee surgery. And this is really a joke, because we Austrians, we are paying so much for the healthcare system in taxes. So we have a mandatory system. You cannot escape it. You have to pay for the healthcare system. And 5 years ago, we were one of the best healthcare systems, where you would get the best doctors and, quick appointments and everything. And now you have to wait 82 weeks, like in this case. So right now it's not a good time to get injured, guys. You really have to take care of your health. And also I was talking about this topic to my spouse, and we said that we really need to take care of ourselves. Pay extra attention not to make a car accident. Pay extra attention if you cross the street, if you ride a bike or do something else. So right now you don't want to get hurt, really.